Hi everyone! Today we are going to go over my Alma BB in the black empreinte leather. I can't believe it's been 4 years that I've had her. So she is an absolute beauty. She has treated me very well. She looks really good. So first and foremost, so here's the box that she came in. So I do like to keep the boxes from all of my purchases. I think, again, just the whole experience, it's just, it's just special. So I have like the bag that it came in, the shopping bag. And then also here is the dust bag. And then it says in back here, Neo. So it has like that original sticker. And of course I have just left that in here. Here's the blue ribbon that comes around it. Here is the lock that was originally on here. I took it off though because I don't like anything heavy. So the price was $2,270 in July of 2021. So that was the price. For the last 4 years, she has been very easy to take care of, not fussy at all. So that is one thing that I have absolutely enjoyed from her, and it's a big thing. So she is somewhat, I think she's like small in size. She's definitely not like a mini, but she's definitely not big, but she does hold a lot. And I think part of the reason is because the zipper goes all the way down to here. So that is something that I appreciate, is just being able to easily access the bag. So she has this beautiful orange interior that has held up beautifully. Now, I do make sure to, of course, respect and treat my bags with care, but she's like pretty much like impeccable. I think she's pretty much spotless. So, yep, kind of even checking this pocket in here is very, very clean. So I hope I'm opening it wide enough. Again, we're talking 4 years. Now, one thing that I did do was put in an organizer. Rookie mistake. This should have been the same color as this because I was worried about color transfer. At one point, I thought it was making like a little bit of uh, having some color transfer, but I don't think it is. Maybe like, oh, now that I'm actually looking at it, maybe like 1%. Let's talk about this phenomenal strap. So, again, this is no longer on their website, but if you are open to it, to the pre-loved market, I highly, highly recommend this bag. And this strap is like a game changer. It is so comfortable. So the other Almas, or at least the canvas ones, have a very thin strap. It's probably this thin or thinner than the thinnest part of this. So you've got the LV like slight imprint here. I don't think it's going to come up on camera. You've got these swivels. And what I'm going to do is take a look at the hardware. So I'm honestly kind of like in real time going through this with you. So I think we actually have some wear. So this right here, this rounded part that goes here, that so that is kind of it has worn off the color. Okay, so the same thing kind of underneath it. Very, very, very minimal. I don't know if we're going to get lucky with this coming up on camera. I'm trying to be detailed, but let's see here. Okay, let's pull out the keys. It's been a while since I've done that. So what do they look like? Oh, they look very pretty. So here are the keys. And as you can see, it says Louis Vuitton. Does it say? It says it on the side. Louis Vuitton. These are the keys. And then they have a unique number So unique number, I'm not going to say it. I don't know why. So let's see if the unique number actually does it match. It does. Very cool. Okay, look at how pretty and clean this is. So I don't really like any clanking. I don't like any clanking, any weight. And this little guy's a little heavy, but because he's been in here, look at how pretty and shiny and clean. Oh, I love it. Okay, I'm wondering if this is maybe like an indicator for us of maybe like if it has worn or not. Yeah, look at this. So when we compare the two, this is a lot lighter. So I'm wondering if this was lighter, like the lock. It probably was, and it actually has since darkened. So this has been such a good investment. I am so, so happy with this bag. I have, again, really never had to worry about her. And I love that I take off this strap and she feels just like an elegant, lovely lady. And then I put on the crossbody strap and it just takes it essentially from what is it, from night to day, so more casual with this. Again, super comfortable strap. It is not adjustable, but luckily it works out really, really good for me. So I guess one con I would say is it's not the most organized bag. So essentially, yeah, but you got like, just this large opening. So that is why I purchased the organizer. So I guess that would really be the only con, like the only con. I love these handles. There's just something about how these handles are rolled, how they're made. They just feel so, so good in my hand. The feet, I love the feet. And she's just so clean. I'm actually looking at the stitching right now, which I've never really done, but really just taking a thorough look at this bag. So 4 years old, and in my opinion, looks pretty darn spanking new, like pretty close to spanking new. I will be inquiring with LV about this beautiful investment that I have and ask them what the maintenance looks like for getting this cleaned or polished. So I will definitely keep you guys posted. I'm sure it's not free, but again, I think it would be well worth it to keep her looking spiffy and spick and span like new. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I would be so, so happy to help you, decide if this is a bag that you want to get from the pre-loved market. For some people, this could be good. Other people will want a fortune because it's no longer, being sold, and then other people just simply want the monies that they paid for. So, or you can get a good deal too. It really depends on the seller. So, on that note of purchasing from resellers, so if you don't know, some options could be Poshmark. So, I have purchased from Poshmark. So, when you are purchasing, it actually goes to Poshmark for authentication and then goes to you, the purchaser. I believe the purchase has to be over $500 for them to authenticate it, but it's something that they offer right off the bat. The second one would be Fashion File. They're good. I have actually purchased from them as well and returned, and I had no issues at all whatsoever. It can be definitely nerve-wracking when you're spending this much money on bags. So to have that authentication and to know, like, if you made what is it, a purchasing mistake, you're like, I don't want this bag, that Fashion File will accept a return. Poshmark, on the other hand, does not. Period. End of story. unless the bag was not as described, which if that's the case, Poshmark will likely not send it to you. They will message you and say, hey, this is not as described. Do you want it? So I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So those two I do have experience from and recommend. So the Real I know is an option. I've never purchased from them, so definitely do your research. Um, I think there's going to be pros and cons and positive and negative reviews, for all of these sites. So just, go with your gut, do what feels best to you. And of course, if you have access to like a local resource, that's probably, always better. So I have gone up to Carlsbad in or the Fashion Valley Fashion File headquarters in Carlsbad, as well as the one in New York City. So that was a really cool experience. Like just I think they might be the flagship store. I don't know. In short, just do your research. There's lots and lots of options. And you can also, once you purchase a bag, even if it is authenticated, you can also do your own authentication by going online and finding a authentication service. You basically take pictures and or I think you do a video as well, and then they can let you know. So I have done that as well when I purchased from Fashion File because it was such a large expensive purchase. I wanted that like triple, that triple authentication, and that's what I did, was just simply online. So all right, if you have any questions, let me know, and as always, enjoy shopping. Bye.